Hey, what's up, guys? So we are here at the Lucid studio in Beverly Hills, and I have Derek here, who's in charge of the design for the Lucid Air Touring, all the models, but we have right here the Touring as well as the Pure, and he's going to walk us through it. So
awesome.
welcome,
Thanks, man.
Derek. How's
Great
it
to
going?
have you guys.
Same here, same here. Thank you. So tell us a little bit about the two trims that just got announced.
We just launched 2 new trims here at Lucid. This is our mid-range, which is our Touring, sits right below our Grand Touring, which is our top of the line. Here you get a great combination. It's got it's got a 18 module battery pack. It gives it an amazing range and amazing performance. This particular vehicle is in our Cosmos Silver, 20-inch wheel. Here you see we still comes in this version with the glass canopy.
Okay.
Standard version is with the metal canopy. Great combination. You see the contrasted roof pillar here. Really gives it a good aesthetic. This car has the 19-inch aero, sorry,
and
the 20-inch.
These are new wheels, right?
This is a brand new wheel.
And has the aero caps, and those are removable, right?
Yes, that's right. You can remove those, but then that really has a hit on your range capability, right?
Do you know roughly how much, or is that not?
It just depends on conditions, but anywhere from 10 to 20 miles of range off of your full range capability. Might not sound like a lot, but at Lucid we're really pushing for every single mile of efficiency out of the vehicle, and aerodynamics plays a key role.
The rating on this, the EPA?
The EPA on this on Touring is, I don't want to mess this up. This is 410.
410.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's still better than the competition from what I've been seeing.
So it's really impressive, and that's with the 18 module, 92 kilowatt battery pack.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And they'll both be available in rear wheel, or will that have a rear wheel drive option?
Yeah. So that's a rear wheel drive. That has the base model is a rear wheel drive option.
Okay.
We're launching it with the twin motor 4-wheel drive.
4-wheel drive. Okay.
This is standard in 4-wheel drive. Yeah.
Cool. Any big, I guess, identifiers? I mean, that has the metal roof, right?
Yeah.
But any ways to quickly distinguish whether this is the Touring or Pure?
Just right off, it's really only on the exterior badging, and of course on the interior trim. That's where you get a big difference between the Touring and the entry-level Pure model.
Let's check out the inside.
Absolutely. I always start with the back seat because you have a really great seating configuration here. Because it's an 18 module pack, you get the lower floor. You get a little bit more leg room in the rear, which is really nice as a result of having fewer battery packs. And a lot of comfort. This is a kind of in a standard position here. I have a ton of leg room, a ton of headroom. You can see all of our Napa leather here. We have our 10K perforation, very sporty. Our amber stitching throughout, as well as piping that carries through the front. We have our alpaca wool fabric. This is really inspired by furniture design and mid-century modern architecture. We carry that all the way through. Alcantara headliner. And one of the things that a lot of people don't notice right away is we always do our interiors two-tone. The front seats are always in a darker leather, and then the back seats are always in a lighter leather. And so that's really obvious with the Santa Cruz interior that you see here. And then everything's accented with our American walnut finish, open pore.
Open pore wood.
Again, a kind of nod towards furniture design in mid-century modern architecture.
Nice. And then could you get, I mean, if you want to get the battery pack in there, you'd probably be moving up to the Grand Touring.
That's right. If you go up to the 22 module, then that lifts the floor about 2.5 inches, 3 inches.
Oh, okay.
And then, of course, then you're up in the 113 kilowatt pack. That comes with greater range and more power.
Cool. Yeah, let's check out the darker seats up front.
Yeah, it just gives it a sportier vibe, when the front seats are in a darker finish. Really shows off that contrast stitching with the amber piping.
For sure. Yeah, I get the darker here too. And then what type of leather is this?
This is a Napa leather, so it's a really soft. Actually, this one, there's two leathers in this car. We have the Napa on the seats, and then you have the textured base leather on the doors and instrument panel.
Cool. Awesome. And then as far as like tech goes, is it the same tech that you get?
It's generally the same tech. There are some options between the Touring and the Pure with respect to Dream Drive as well as the audio system.
Okay.
Yeah. So
What
this
audio
gets an
systems on
upgraded.
this?
This gets the high level audio.
Okay.
Which is the full Dolby Atmos surround.
Okay, yeah, that's right, that's right.
Yeah.
It's like 20 or 32 speakers, I think.
It's 23 speakers.
23, I got my numbers.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
cool, awesome. Do you mind hopping in the passenger seat? I'll hop in here and we'll see some of the tech.
Yeah. So one of the things we wanted to do really early on with Lucid was, there's several trends going on in automotive interior design. You see the giant central display, but we always felt like for this to be we wanted it to be a real driver's car. It's a full-on grand touring performance machine, touring machine. And so the curved display was really important. It's fully floating, so that's a really big part of the design. Really encapsulates the driver's view and driver's reach. That's the reason for the curvature. On the left side is all your basic functionality with wiper settings, light settings, locks, charge port, front, etc. All your drive information's directly in front of you, and then you have your multimedia. So this is all your navigation, music, phone, etc. Down below we have our pilot panel, so this has all your vehicle settings. This is your car controls, so all your quick touch if you want to change drive modes. Don't want to do that right now. Adjustment steering, mirrors, brightness, display. Any of your fine seat adjustments. You can change all your settings for
your ambient settings.
All your ambient settings as well as your screen settings. I really like, and that also changes your ambient lighting. So that's in the side here. In the doors, footwells, etc. And then any of your charge information.
Preconditioning.
Climate control is based there. Deeper settings.
Yeah, we had the doors closed earlier. We were playing with the camera settings. It was really fun to play around with.
Yeah. So
it's cool. We might have to close the doors here, but let's do that real quick.
I was using a car over the last couple of days, and I have a really tight garage, and then you'll pull into the garage and you can really get a sense of kind of exactly what's going on. And what I can't demonstrate here is there's this boundary treatment where when you pull up to another car or a wall, it really shows you your boundary, and then I see the direct front view there, and then it gives me the exact inches as well as the sound with it. So you really have a strong sense of where you are, and I think, obviously when you have a nice car, you don't want to scratch it or hit anything, so that makes a big difference.
No, 100%. And it's cool. You could pan. You could select the pre-made, like the views for the rear and such, but then they're also presets.
So that's all. It's a lot of fun, but it's also very useful.
Yes, no, 100%. So, I got a little carried away. I started looking inside the car.
Yeah, you can get in the car.
Which is I think really
cool. And I can tell you this, just for a little future tease, we're only at the beginning of where we're going to be going with 3D real-time graphics. So this is just a sampling of where we're going to be going with our next generation user experience system as well as our SUV program.
Gotcha. And then, do you know what the resolutions are on the 4 displays?
Not off the top of my head, but we can certainly get you that information.
Okay, cool. Because the resolution looks great, and then it's a multi-display system up here.
That's right, and keeping everything kind of locked in together is super important. Resolution was critical. They are LCD. Long term, we will slowly start to move towards OLED on our high-end products. But the LCDs work fantastic, and they have reasonable level of glow during the night, when it's fully dark. So that's something we're very sensitive about, and we fine-tune that together with our user interface aesthetic and colors.
Gotcha.
And then, of course, about the retractable center display.
Yes.
So that's a really nice feature that is nice for kind of anything,
additional
storage, small bags, cameras, glasses.
Yeah.
Food.
It's just a nice little cubby.
Yeah.
And then there's storage down here. Got the cup holders.
Here we got our capacitive charging, as well as USB ports in the back, and then another little micro storage back here.
Oh, nice.
Which is cool.
I noticed also in the back there was this little storage compartment I saw from a video. But this down here is
there's a hidden storage underneath there that's really cool.
Yeah.
And that's an important part of kind of having functionality. And we have our USB-Cs back there as well.
Is it USB-C throughout?
No, we have a combination. We have normal USB,
there's USB-A
in the center here.
Nice. Yeah, because I feel like we're kind of in the middle of that little hybrid phase that some people still have.
Totally. We had I remember when we were finishing this car up, and it was like, come on, let's just do all USB-Cs. Well, you know, something. It's like we're right in that transition point where
100%.
people are committing.
It'll happen eventually. Just yeah.
It's obviously much nicer to go with the smaller format. Another big thing I like to point out is like we still made a strong commitment towards analog interface wherever possible here. So, you know, we deliberately put fan speed and temp for passenger and driver, as well as this. I really love this volume control because I think it's just kind of like, it's one of those things you don't even have to look at it to interact with it, you know? And people have been really vocal about how much they appreciate this. As well as just analog vent, you know, twist to close. You know, easy, still small, still discreet, you know? And even on the steering wheel to have a little bit more tactile interface.
These scroll.
You know, even
I don't know what I'll
this
call those.
is capacitive, you still have that direct input, as opposed to putting everything in the screen, which I think, you know, some things just don't belong in the screen.
To fit on with menus, something just quick and tactile, you can just get to it.
Exactly. The rest of the interior is meant to be really light. The screens are the heroes, and I just wanted this as thin as possible and as horizontal and sleek as possible.
Is there a glove box? I'm sure it's there.
Yeah, sure.
There's a button for it. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not the biggest one in the world, but you know, it's enough to get
your registration.
Exactly.
Cool. I barely noticed. It was so seamless. I was like looking for like a latch or something.
It's meant to be super discreet. We were able to hide the shut line across the side. And this has got a symmetry to it, so you almost don't, just don't notice it's there. And then we, you know, put this. It's always in car controls.
It's
so
quick.
It's prominent.
Cool. And then I like how the integrated menu.
A big topic, like when we had the discussion about kind of usability, like how usable is this for the passenger? Well, if you're say you're playing with music, you can just bring that down, and then the passenger can change inputs or start a playlist or whatever. And then the same thing with navigation. When you go live with navigation, we can bring that down. And if the passenger wants to look something up or look for a charge location,
while the driver, let's say, has navigation on, they can route something else.
You know, which I think is a cool feature because, and we're going to be expanding that functionality to do multitask as much as possible, because I think that's an important thing for people.
No, it's cool. Awesome. Yeah, I think.
And that's just cool. This range spider is also, when you navigate, you can kind of see how much range distance you can go on your existing charge. Like,
does it take into account elevation and and climate?
Once you start navigating, you start your navigation route here, it's very generalized because we're not navigating. Once you start navigation, once it picks your route, it gives pretty accurate information about you know.
I'm assuming it adjusts based on, let's say, if you have climate control on, it'll know, okay, you're consuming more.
It's monitoring your current consumption and has an algorithm that kind of figures it based on that.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've never seen that one before on this vehicle. But
so also you can look up charging. Like if I go Electrify America only, then it'll give me all my EA charging. So when you buy a Touring, you get 2 years of free charging.
Okay.
So then I can go, and also if I do a navigation, it'll show along my route all the available EAs. You know, because I think the thing, even though Lucid has awesome range, we're also trying to help people with range concerns, you know, or anxiety, and you know, kind of make that as pleasurable as possible. The EA systems are really fast from a charging standpoint. They even display kind of how many stations they have available at a given.
Oh, it's integrated to that level.
Yeah. So it's like that's what's really cool.
Cool. That's awesome.
There's a sunshade feature back here.
That's right.
This has it.
Yeah. I can also.
Let's grab that real quick.
I can control.
You can control from here?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Let's take a look.
There it is.
Oh, there it is. Nice. Are there available side sunshades? I know it was available on like one of the models.
Is this, if you see that, pull the and hold it up.
I'm surprised that even like just the next level up could get that feature.
Yeah.
You know, I was expecting, okay, maybe like, the Dream, I understand that
Right.
would have it. But like, even on the Touring, that's...
I mean, the Touring, represents a real value, even though I know 107,000 is a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
But, you're coming with a really equipped car, and oftentimes to get features like that, you are looking at an even steeper price for a lot of our competitors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, 100%. Cool. Well, thank you very much.
Pleasure.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. Good
Give
questions.
me the full walk around. So I really do appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Awesome. All right, guys, so that's going to wrap it up here. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment section. I'll try to get to them. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.